Go ahead, Eileen.
Look at all these pretty graphics. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. I hope you are all well and staying healthy. We haven't had the chance to meet for a while. So it's good to just get ourselves together and put our heads together and see where we're going to move forward from here. Before I start the meeting, I had a couple of things I wanted you to be aware of and just to keep in mind while the meeting is progressing. Can you show that graphic, please, James? You there?
I am. Give me a second. Takes
Okay.
time to transition.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. I just want to keep a few things in mind given the COVID crisis and things that are going on. One of the things is unemployment, and what'll come up next is a graphic that shows that unemployment in Newington is just one step above. See where the green arrow is? It's just one step above where the cities are. So our unemployment is pretty high. This was through May 15th, so hopefully we've made some progress since then, but we've been hit pretty hard. The other thing is that I'm sure some of you have seen that our local businesses are selling T-shirts to promote the Chamber of Commerce and promote their businesses so that they can stay afloat. And it just seems that we need to keep that in mind. And when we're trying to raise money, we have a community that's unemployed and businesses that are suffering to get back on, trying hard to get back on their feet. So we need to keep that in mind when we're trying to raise our money. Okay. So if we look back at where we were, I don't know that we have any minutes to approve. Can I see the agenda, please, James?
Sure. Don't forget, we still have to do roll call.
Yeah, we got to do roll call. Yep.
So we'll get into roll call first.
Okay. So, wow. What do I do? Unmute everyone?
I've taken Sue off already, so she'll do it by a roll call, and I'll unmute go along.
I cannot find my, I'm sorry, I'm just so disorganized here. I cannot find my my list for the 150th committee.
So
okay.
If you just call the list of panelists who are here, you'll know who's here. You know what I mean?
Here, I can go through directly. So, right. Robert Blank, not present. Kathleen Clark.
She's here.
Here.
Yeah, I usually try to let them respond, but
oh.
I see her. She is here. Melanie Pamphilis.
She's here.
She is somewhere. Yep.
Yep.
Joseph Dubin. He is here waving.
Yep.
Diane Durant.
Here.
Michael Fox.
I'm here.
Eileen Francolino.
Here.
Or Susan Gibbon.
Here.
Laura Irons.
Oh, that's
She's still on, but hasn't been removed yet.
Oh, okay.
Anna Kubish.
I'm here.
Kathy Maggette-Piambo. Not present. Jerry Lynn Nagel. Not present. Allison Smith.
Here.
Nancy Smith.
Here.
Kathleen Sullivan. Not here. Thomas Tallard. Not here. And Max Turgeon.
He's
Not
excused. Here. Max is excused.
Okay.
Kathleen Sullivan moved to Florida.
Yeah, I thought she resigned.
I'll take a look and see. I'm just going off my quick list of what's in my distribution.
And I thought the council added another member as well at one of our meetings earlier this year.
I know we removed Patty by her request. I can't remember us appointing somebody else. There was a talk about it. I will look back though.
And yeah. When does the attendance or lack thereof kick in terms of people being removed?
based upon the new booklet, we've got to exceed 6 months and then percentage. I can't remember specifically what it is, but
Okay,
we can start looking at those quantities based upon the meetings and attendance from before.
Yeah. definitely have room for some new people,
Right.
which would be good. Okay. So we're good with that? Roll call. I don't think we have any minutes, right?
No, we did have that audio issue at the last meeting, so.
So we don't have any minutes to approve.
Correct.
Okay, moving on. Okay, public participation. Is anybody from the public here? No, right?
We do have one individual, Sue
We do.
Patton.
Oh, okay, I don't see her.
If you click on your panelists on the right-hand side, it says attendees at the top.
Yeah,
Click on that, you'll see the names.
yeah, I don't see her.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, maybe I gotta scroll down a little bit.
No, she should be right at the top for you.
Nope, I'm at the top and you're at the top, and then Susan.
No, click click next to panelists. It says attendees.
Oh, got you. Oh, just
Sorry.
one. Got you. Okay. Is
If
she
she
on?
would like to speak, she can either use the raise hand feature at the bottom of her window under the participants window, or if she's on her phone, dial *9. If you'd like, I can just unmute her and we can see if she'd like to
Yeah.
speak.
That's fine. Hello?
Give her just a second.
Hi, this is Sue.
Is
And I
there-
am on my phone, so it's a little more complicated.
Right.
Is there something you'd like to add during public participation?
No, I'm good, thanks. I'm just looking to listen. I work with the ladies on the calendar committee.
I got you. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on. Okay. We didn't have any public participation, so we can move on. This is easy. Okay, fundraising. What is appropriate during the time of COVID? We're gonna have to put things on hold just because of the whole social distancing thing. I was hoping somebody was gonna be here. I think we have some money down on a hypnotist for September that as of now, I don't think we can plan on that. So we're gonna have to work on that. The next thing is the calendar. Would someone like to speak on the calendar on behalf of the calendar committee?
I can do that.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a call into Jeff at Image Inc. And I talked to him about doing a lesser number of calendars. He's going to be giving us prices for like 100, 200, 300. And
Yep.
so it was going to be a 16-month calendar because our intention was to sell it during the extravaganza and to have them start using it September of 2020, but that's not going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're just going to have a 12-month calendar, January 2021 through December 2021. And so we're going to have to go through, we're going to have to, have a Zoom meeting or, everything is in a Dropbox, I believe, all the photos and everything. So I don't even know when our last calendar girl meeting was, but we had sort of come up with some, we went through the photos that had been, or the entries that had been submitted, and we had chosen certain ones for certain months, but there were duplicate entries. So we decided we need to look at it again. So we're going to have to do that. But once we do that, we should be pretty set. But our goal is maybe to have stuff for, other events that we might be holding for the 150th on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we can wait until December to print it or the end of November or something, or whatever.
Yeah. I think we want to sell it for Christmas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we want to get it to print. A few things that we have to keep in mind is about how we're going to get them to people to sell them if we sell them online. My concern would be that if we had them printed and they were in someone's house and that person unfortunately would be sick and get COVID, we're in trouble. We can't pass out infected calendars. You know what I mean? Like that's a
Can I
problem.
pick them up at the police department or, or the library or somewhere else?
that would have to be something that the calendar girls would be working on. That's their committee's choice. I think that right now, we don't even have the $5,000 that we started with because we have so much left in merchandise. We have 4,900 and something dollars in the bank. So we didn't make any money last year. Well, we did, but we just have a lot of it in inventory right now. I don't even know how we're going to be able to sell that much. I would like
Why
to
don't we
play.
sell that stuff?
Excuse me?
Why don't we work on selling the stuff we have before we buy new stuff?
Well, I guess the problem is we don't know how to sell it in a time of COVID. It's a little difficult. Okay,
Joe
Well-
Dubin has the question.
go ahead, Joe.
Hold on.
Well, my question was, before we decide whether to make the calendar a 16 or 12 month.
Yeah.
It's already, it's going to be,
It's going to be 12, yeah.
Well, my question is, because I thought it was originally put together as 16, how different is the price?
oh, I haven't gotten the price yet.
Right.
But it
So
doesn't-
if it's not very different, and we want to sell it by Christmas, people might be interested in having a November, December. So I don't know. I don't know if we should just rule it out of hand to not have the extra.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. It's just, we don't know when we can sell it. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have the Waterfall Festival. I wouldn't count on it, but you never know. You know what I mean? If it was there, if they're going to have it, it would be great and we could have our calendar there, but we just don't know. We still have t-shirts. We have reusable shopping bags that no one's using now. So that's going to go over really well. And we still have some of the soda. So hopefully there will be an event that, you know, we'll be able to sell at. Who is next?
Kathy Clark has her hand up.
Okay, several people do.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Hello. I'm
Hi.
going to say this. I noticed quite a few calendar questions, and can I please just request that we let the calendar group meet before we have a long discussion on that. I appreciate people's input, but I think comments are being made about the calendar that we as a group, even with the emails going back and forth, have already worked on. So I kind of respectfully appreciate the input, but I think we should have a discussion about that after we have had a chance to meet. And I also, the other thing is, I mean, I think the calendar ladies need to talk about fundraising. You and I have had some conversations about it. I know at least one person continues to want to pay $200 to be represented on the calendar. So I don't know. And I'm one of those unemployed people, by the way.
I'm aware. Yeah.
And I just think you're absolutely true. And I think to be diplomatic about it is one thing, but I do think there are some people who probably, I mean, we have to make a decision. If we can't fundraise, we can't print it no matter what it's going to cost us. We can't rely on sales. And the other topic that I talked to you about was, which again, I'd like a time to talk about it, but my comment about calendar sales would fit into that. So I'm going to mention it right now. And one of my ideas was to try to bring some other groups on and see if anyone has any events, which is obviously the problem. If other groups have events and they are partnered with us, could they be sold, or could we show up at, let's say the Sangerbund has an Oktoberfest. Could we have a table at events like that are not more as townwide as we were hoping, and sell it at smaller events? Is just a thought. I think that you're absolutely right. You know, delivering it is that creepy. Excuse me, my cat. I certainly don't have an answer. I have more questions, but I just kind of think we have to do some kind of fundraising, but maybe calendar ladies should talk about it. in general, instead of, you know, again, I know one person who wants to donate already and another person who is not sure. And I haven't talked to anybody else or tried to do it, but I think the point is we need some kind of, you know, do we come back and say, here, we have a different plan? But as far as selling them, that was my idea.
Okay, thank you.
Anna was next.
Yep, go ahead. Anna, you're muted. Wait a minute.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I just had wanted to ask a question. So I know a lot of things have been canceled. Obviously, the extravaganza has been canceled. I don't think they've actually said yet if the concert series in the park has been canceled.
They're canceled. They just haven't taken them off Facebook yet.
Okay, so they are, because I was going to say maybe we could sell some of our inventory there.
Yeah.
But that answers that question.
Yeah, that's unfortunately, yes, they have been canceled.
Okay.
So we're done. I think the next big event that I haven't seen whether it's been canceled or not is the Waterfall Festival, which is in September. So I don't know, cross your fingers. And the other thing that we have to consider is the vast majority of people on our committee are in that or close to that. I'm getting a little too old to be out during the time of COVID. You know, we're supposed to be being careful. So we have to keep that in mind. And hopefully, you know, if they do have the Waterfall Festival, maybe things will be cooled off by then and we can do that. But I don't think we can move forward counting on that because we just don't know, you know, we just don't know. We can't say, oh, we're going to have the Waterfall Festival and have a stockpile of 500 calendars and be stuck with them like we have a pile of t-shirts and like we have a pile of Avery soda and we have a pile of the bags. So we don't want to get stuck with all that inventory. We did a lot of work to get that done last year, but it didn't make us any money. So that's unfortunate. I'm really not sure how we're going to get rid of them. It's going to be a trick. I think we just have to see what happens with COVID over the next little bit. We have some time because there aren't any events, so there's nothing in our way. Unless we decide to open up a shop and sell them online. And I don't know how they would get delivered, I guess mail, but you know, it's going to be a tricky time to figure that out. Anybody else? Oh, I think Sue Patton wants to say something. Yes?
You're live, Diane.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to comment, this is Diane Durant, on fundraising. I think that we should go out to some businesses for fundraising and let them decide. I think it's a positive thing about the anniversary of the town. There's so many discouraging things going on right now. And I just think, hey, you know what? Let's send out some letters. Let's kind of solicit some fundraising and say, with everything going on, let's have a positive thing. And if you have anything to provide to us as on a fundraising opportunity so that we can celebrate in this time of just despair and all these negative things going on, I think let them decide versus us assuming that there aren't any businesses that can help us.
Mm-hmm. That's something valid to consider.
Hey, you're next. Go ahead.
Oh, you got me? Okay.
Yep.
So I think on the calendar, the only idea would be, what about pre-orders?
Yeah.
I mean, that works with a lot of calendar sales and a lot of calendar fundraisers, given a specific date before they even go to print. Running them as a limited edition, Christmas present, you know, they're being printed by November. I'm not sure how long it takes to print, but being able to do something that, you know, hypes it up and you're not having to print them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Then as far as the merchandise goes, there's going to be no problem getting rid of it during the 150th year.
Yeah.
I don't think we have too crazy of abundance. I've seen a lot more go than just that. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too worried about that. We have a whole year. As far as seed money, absolutely. But
Yeah.
the invoices for all the items were at least we raised the money where we paid for our goods.
Almost. We don't have $5,000, so we're almost there, but we're short by maybe $50 or something like that.
So we at least made our money back. That means everything that we sell is going to be full profit.
Right.
Minus $50.
Exactly.
So
Right.
I don't think we're in that bad of shape.
Yeah.
I know under the calendar, putting the money up front is kind of difficult, but again, I did the t-shirt sales for the small businesses, and
Yes.
we did a pre-order, and it went over very well. I didn't need to order anything in early enough. They supported a local business, and you know, that's how the t-shirts came in. We could do the same thing with the calendar if it was worded and hyped enough, and maybe if we got the town to back us a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Anybody else have a hand up?
Kathy Clark.
Hi, so I was gonna say, I think that if we still have, the merchandise we were just talking about, are we thinking of trying to sell that online in the meantime to see how it would work? And Melanie, are you the one, certainly as far as having pre-orders, I'm not sure if any of the 5 of us are, I hate to say capable, and my apologies to my other calendar ladies, because I don't know what you all can, but as far as managing that stream, that revenue stream.
It's not too hard. There's a lot of sites that you can use for the pre-order. It accepts the credit cards, which we would be charged the credit card fee no matter what. Maybe you might need to encounter that into the price of the calendar, but 2% credit card fee is really not bad compared to the 2.9 that, you know, is shown when you actually use your card in person. And then they take care of the transactions, and there's no other fee coming out of that. It also gives you, you know, the person's address, email, basically all their information organized in an Excel form. Again, it's easy, something that I'd have no problem showing or helping or whatever. But it worked pretty easy. We did 134 shirts in, 17 days.
Nice.
So, and you know, when the order needed to come in, I put it all in an Excel, organized it by the size, and then now I'm just working with the local businesses to try to get them out, because they wanted to actually give them out to the recipients because they're the ones that supported their business.
Right. So are we expecting somebody on the calendar committee to be in charge of the pre-order system? And I'm not sure that, again, mostly I'm just saying, it sounds like a great idea, but does that fall to us?
I mean, I think we could discuss it if you're asking the time, or very minimal, check the orders maybe once a week. Maybe you guys have like a standard email where questions and comments come in. Other than that, there wasn't much else to it.
So it sounds like somebody just would need a lesson, that's all, right?
Yeah. I mean, you guys know more about the calendar and, what it entails. And I could absolutely learn how to keep the online orders going. I don't mind setting it up. But I think as far as fielding the questions or doing anything like that, that would probably be better for you guys to do.
And I wonder if some of the same businesses would be able to help, if they could hand out t-shirts, even though they were specifically to help promote them. I wonder if any of the businesses would be willing to help with the calendar sales as far as distributing them.
Or maybe they might host them in their businesses. I mean, if we did maybe a minimal amount, maybe they might sell them within their businesses just to help out. It's kind of like how they put the jugs up for the donations for the extravaganza fireworks. Yep. Maybe they might be able to put, just 2 or 3 to visually see, not open it and see every picture, but visually see what they're getting and then say, hey, they could be pre-ordered. I don't see many businesses shooting that down because there's no money coming out of their pocket for it. And if they sponsor it, even better.
I would think we could make a flyer that could be put up, in a business's window or something that have all the information on there.
How do I get to speak? I'm sorry to bother you, but I don't see anything to do that here.
Are you on your phone, Jerry?
Yes.
You're going to use *9 to show it.
Oh,
I've been watching you, so I have kept you in mind after Kathy was done.
Okay. Who's left with their hand up?
It would be Jerry Lynn now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jerry. And, oh, there she is. Hold on. She's just disconnected.
He was muted.
No, she came off and came back on.
Getting old. I can't take notes without my glasses. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not muted. They're laughing at me because I put glasses.
Jerry
Lynn, did you want to speak?
unmute. Can you hear me now?
You're good.
Oh, okay. So they have to be in bags, these stuff. We just can't hand them to them people anymore. I was talking to my hairdresser. It's got all kinds of rules and things. So I don't see why we couldn't just have them in the park, you know, come on this day and get your stuff by the waterfall on a good day.
A possibility. It's just we have to remember that, you know, we have to social distance and we have to like go by all the rules, and who knows what the rules are going to be by then either. So it's kind of
That's the point.
yeah, hard to put it all. Okay, so we've shared some good ideas about the calendar. We'll let the calendar ladies go ahead and have their meeting and maybe touch back with us next month. The comedy night and the trivia night have to be put on hold, and as well as golf, because golf really relies on a lot of business donations, big business donations, to make it worthwhile to make any money. And Max just says it's probably not something that we can do at this point. The plaque sales and the benches, oh my goodness. What do you think, Mel? She there?
There, yeah, I'm here. Honestly, I didn't work on that right now. The town hall has kind of been scarce for anything like that.
Yeah.
And then we've won into budget season where nobody's talking about anything else.
Right. I think we should probably just do maybe one or the other, that maybe taking on both of them might be hard to find that many people, you think?
I thought the benches were kind of, the plaques were taking over for the benches.
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
I thought that was the case in the first place.
Okay. All right.
Only because the benches were going to have to be on the platform, and by the time the prices came out, it wasn't too much of a, revenue base.
Okay. So the plaque sales, I think we could push that off a little bit and give people a little time to recover and maybe find a job, maybe be a little more comfortable before we push that on. Make sense?
Yeah, definitely does.
Okay.
Michael has the question.
Michael Fox.
He's muted.
No. Oh, you're muted, Michael.
I just wanted to unmute myself.
Okay.
I just want to say, I see my little topic trivia night is coming up, but I've got to leave for a few moments. So if I'm not back by the time, push me back a little bit.
Okay, I don't know what you said.
You broke up.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay. So the trivia night has to be put on hold because of the social distancing thing. We just can't do it. Okay.
Yeah, of course. I just want, if you wanted some ideas, I can go into that, but
We just have to wait and see what happens. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Moving on with our agenda to number 7, whatever that might be.
6.
Oh, old business. Okay. Events that we were thinking could move forward. We can still do the blood drive. We can still do the acts of kindness. We can still do a cemetery tour. And originally we had talked about the mayor's ball being in January of 2021. But I think we're going to think about pushing that back farther, just in case we have another outbreak in the fall and we're not ready for that. Maybe we have to push that more towards nicer weather and see what happens. I think leaving it in January is a little frightening. And the blood, I think things like that that don't cost money will be good for us. I mean, the mayor's ball is going to be our big, what we're going to spend our money on, I guess. But like the blood drive and the acts of kindness don't cost anything. So given that we don't have a lot of money, that would be a great thing. And if we save our money for the mayor's ball, do something nice and maybe reduce the price of the tickets by our fundraising, that would be great. Anybody have anything they need to comment on those? Nope. Nobody's hands are up. Beautiful. Okay, moving on. New business. What we can do, I thought about things about restock the shelves, maybe if we spent a month or so promoting donations to the food bank. That's something that just requires labor and doesn't require any money, and it's kindness throughout the community. So maybe that's what we're here for, is to build some community spirit. So it would be something that we should consider doing. The other thing that I've learned since we put this agenda out, there was some talk that maybe we would be eligible for some money for from the Hartford Foundation, but for public giving, but we are not. That money can't go to anything that is government sponsored, and because we are a creation of our town government, we are not eligible for that money. So that was very unfortunate news. Something else that I had looked up on from other towns was dinner in the park in the summer. There are towns that have this thing called the longest dinner, and if we did this on a concert night, the music would already be there. All it would require is tables out, you bring your own dinner, you decorate your table with a theme, you come dressed with a theme. It doesn't have to be shared food. You can share or you don't share. Like some people did Mexican things. Some people, their theme of their table was Halloween. Some people, their theme of their table was Christmas. And they just come and have dinner in the park. If we had a band there and we did this on a concert night, like Kathy had said about, yes, you know, if we,
No, it's 150th.
yeah, but we would be able to pair up with Parks and Recreation with a concert maybe, and have one of them be a dinner in the park. And it would just be a community gathering. It doesn't cost any money. You bring your own thing. So all it would really cost is some Parks and Rec labor, and well, what we have to pay for that, I don't know. But it was just a thought. It was something that I found that I thought would be easy way to get members of the community together. It's low cost, so people who are maybe suffering right now, you know, it's not asking somebody to put out a whole lot of money, but it could be fun. It's just something that I wanted to put on there and think about. Again, it's not till next summer, so we don't need to really plan about that right now, but it was just an idea.
I have something to say.
Yes, go ahead.
Our mayor, excuse me, our governor is going to give money to the towns for use for COVID things, and including food bank. So just to let you know.
Yes, yes. But if we did this next year, the money from the governor is coming this year. So it would be in addition to, you know, it would be an extra on top of that. Because it could be gone by then. I don't know. I don't know. Anything else? Anybody? Okay, moving on. Anybody have anything else to add? Hands up. Hands up. Kathleen.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Well, may I speak about that? I think I've talked about this at previous meetings, but may I speak as a standalone about my concept, if you will?
Sure.
This idea preceded the COVID, and now I think it's even more important. And that is, it seems so hard for us to have very many standalone events, as we can see, not to mention other groups can't. But my idea was to reach out to other groups as soon as we can, so that they're part of any kind of planning, but
I think that's a great idea. We did get $7,500 from the council this time instead of 5,000, so that was nice. But I think that's a wonderful idea because it won't cost us anything. Does anybody have a connection to Eddy Farm at all?
No.
No? No? Because I was thinking that would be another thing, that they do have some events there that if we could tag our name on them somehow or get them to, you know, agree to put our name on there somehow. That's a beautiful resource from our town. It's a beautiful piece of property and it would be a great, you know, place to host some sort of event, I think. But we'll have to keep looking for somebody who might have a connection there. Maybe somebody who's not here tonight.
Hi, I'm raising my hand again, but you probably didn't even notice it going down. I just want to know, I know Andy Belt well enough to give him a phone call. I mean, I'm not friends with him, the Eddy Farm family. I know enough to say hi and he knows who I am. So I could give it a try or even send him a note.
Mm-hmm. This wouldn't be anything this summer. It would be next summer, you know, so we got plenty of time. If you'd like to try, that's fine. I know they do have some dinners up there. They're kind of pricey, but it would be a fun thing to do, you know. If they could keep the cost reasonable, I think it would be great, you know, or you could just have a tour. They have some beautiful wildflowers up there that are just amazing. It would be pretty cool. Okay, Michael.
Yeah, I've been listening with interest to Kathy Clark. It's kind of late now, but I was going to suggest this a while ago via email, but didn't even know they were going to have it. Any way do you think we can latch on until, you know, kind of get a presence at the cruise night parade this weekend? They're still having something there, you know, rather than a cruise night, you know, a car show on Market Square. They're going to be parading.
No, it's going to be on Willard Avenue, right in front of my house. So you want to sell something, go for it.
Yeah, they're coming across New Britain Avenue and Main Street also.
Yeah,
so
it's going all around town.
On my corner, so
I don't know how we could sell anything because of social distancing, first of all. And I would think that, like, you know, people are going to stay in their own yards. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree, Eileen. I wasn't really talking about selling.
Yeah.
Although somebody could, you know, set up in front of my house or in front of Jerry's house, you know, those two places. But just to, you know, let them know we're here. I know a couple of people with some. I know a guy with a '49 Chevy truck. I was talking to him, you know, about advertising. If we can put something together, like, you know, to hang on the side of the truck.
We have that. We do have that big sign. If somebody wants to use it, that's fine. We have that big sign, the gray banner that you know, it sticks in the ground. if anybody wants to put that on their car, they're more than welcome, as long as they don't
Yeah.
pull it. Yeah.
Why don't I give Bob Newbold the call and see if he can arrange something?
Okay. Sounds good.
At least we'll get some,
Yeah.
some
Free press.
publicity out of it.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
say,
Okay.
hello, Michael,
Hello.
I think that's a wonderful idea. And it's, not just 2 days from now, we've got some lead time. I just think that's great. And if somebody's got a really cool car to use, what is you have to pay an entry fee. So my question is, does anyone know what the entry fee is? Is it nominal? And I'm sure they're trying to, anyway, so my question is, can we do it? What's the cost?
I think the entry fee is $50.
Yeah, that's correct.
But will we be using someone who's already in there and just sticking our sign in the car?
Yeah, I would rather do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us have an older car that they would want to display or not, but like I said, I can call Bob, and I don't know if he's parading his 51 Plymouth, but
Yeah.
we can ask somebody if they advertise first.
Yeah. Then it wouldn't cost us anything. That would be kind of cool. Very good. Check into
Great.
that.
I'll
Okay.
give a call. I'll give a couple of calls tomorrow and email you guys.
Yep. Okay. Hands up, anyone? Kathleen, you still have your hand up.
No, okay,
Yep, you do.
I know.
Okay.
I don't have my hand up.
Okay.
I don't have that option.
Oh,
The center town, the Kiwanis Club, the flea market stuff. I know they canceled it for May and June, but they're supposed to be back in the fall. Maybe we can sell some of our stuff then.
oh, that's an awesome idea. Is that
And I
busy?
know-
I've never been. Is it busy there?
There's times when it can be very busy. Yeah.
So what do you do? Pay for a space?
Yeah. You pay, I think it's
$15 for a table.
Oh.
it's $15. You get 2 parking spaces.
Gotcha. Okay. That's a
Yeah.
great idea. Okay. If you could keep an eye on that and let us know at our next meeting whether it's going to happen or not, we can maybe make a plan. That's exciting. That's a good idea.
Okay. We'll do
Okay.
it.
All righty. Anybody else? Are we good? Okay. Melanie, is everything okay?
Hello?
Everything's good, Mel?
Everything's good.
Yep, quiet and safe. Okay, just checking in on you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so if we don't have anything else, can somebody make a motion to adjourn?
I think
So-
I think I heard Jerry. Did she have something she wanted to say?
How many? 159 on ours.
Jerry,
You gotta go pretty big.
Yeah.
We think that's
did you have something you wanted to say?
channel, like, oh, we control everything.
There we go. Okay.
Jerry, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yeah,
ahead.
is that, I will pay for a table at Sagerbund and to sell during Christmas if we have stuff to sell and if they're still gonna do the Christmas market.
Perfect. That would be
Okay.
awesome. Great.
Okay,
Hopefully we can have that by then, who knows? So hard to tell. Okay. So we'll try to get together again next month. Next month is July. Yeah, I don't know. That's a summertime and people are away, but if we can have a quorum, we can maybe we'll be in the new town hall by then. No.
No,
It'll be early.
No.
Too early, right?
not until roughly the 14th we
Yeah.
start.
So a week too. Oh, well. Well, maybe by
Kathy?
August.
Kathy, you have your hand up again?
My hand's up again, and I want to point out that if it's a Zoom meeting, it doesn't matter where anybody is. If they're on vacation, they can participate in a Zoom meeting almost as easily as if they're home.
True. They just might not want to.
That is also true, but
Okay. All right. So do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor? Wow, we're good.
bye.
All right. Stay safe, everyone. Stay healthy.
Okay, stay healthy.
Yep. Bye. All righty, we're good. Share screen. I don't know how to hang